We have a large project moving forward with one of our vendors, and the important thing that we're trying to impress upon people is that curriculum is more than just a textbook. And so it's very important to us that in our negotiations with publishers that they make all of their content interoperable with the various systems that are out there. A vendor who's not interoperable brings little value to me in the district. Because we have to manage multiple systems and usernames and passwords, and these systems don't talk to each other. And as I said, curriculum is less about the textbook and more about the objects that teachers and students need in order to learn. So the place to aggregate those, it's very important that everything interoperates so that teachers and students have a single point of contact to be able to find all of the resources that are available. The metadata around all these objects is very, very important so that we can find the objects aligned to standards and aligned to age groups and aligned to all the various things that teachers and students need to know. Well, the fact that the IMS Global organization is a standards-based organization and it's not specifically tied to any one vendor or any one publisher or anything like that makes it a lot easier to enforce that as a standard. Also, the fact that it's very open to having publisher and content provider partners as a part of the organization and let them have a say in how that looks. So I think it's a critical role that the organization plays in order to have us reach our end game, which is interoperability across various content providers and content consumers. Well, this conference is very, very important to me because it gives me an opportunity to interact not only with colleagues around the country who share the same vision I do, but also to interact with decision makers and feet on the street who are actually trying to make the IMS Global Standards a reality. So my ability to talk with VPs of publishing companies and my ability to talk to other folks who are working toward this, not only to hear what they have to say, but oftentimes they're soliciting from me and some of my colleagues, trying to get a big picture for where education is going. So it's mutually beneficial because not only am I getting the help that I need, but they're getting to get the vision for what we feel 21st century education looks like. And oftentimes these people who are doing the work are disconnected from us by salespeople. And not that there's anything wrong with salespeople, but they often don't get to hear it directly from the people who are trying to set the vision. I think that if you're considering this kind of thing, it's very important that people would come to something like this because you get a much clearer picture as to what the IMS organization is all about. This is not an easy concept always for people to be able to wrap their heads around. And I would also encourage that people who are considering coming, that they bring their curriculum people with them. That I think is key. It's easy to talk with folks who are technical and people who understand metadata and people who understand what the interoperability is all about. But what I really would like to see here, and what I think my colleagues should do, is to bring their curriculum directors, because oftentimes it's difficult for them to articulate the vision and to absorb it unless they're able to interact with folks at this conference.